Good evening, folks. My name is Lenny Atencio, and I'm covering for the Tonic Man tonight. I have been an ambassador of health with URAC Worldwide for over 20 years. And let me tell you, I not only drink the wonderful tonic, the magical elixir, I call it, because of what it did for me, but I also love sharing it with other people. And of course, the first people I got on uh, the tonic was my family. I love my family, and I wanted to make sure that they had a chance to improve their health. And one of the things I had to explain to them is that the tonic does not cure anything. And you might be scratching your head right now, like, Lenny, what are you talking about? Well, the tonic in itself cures nothing, folks. Nothing. However, the creator of this wonderful formulation was Carl Urach, and he knew the secret to good health, to thriving health, with energy and feeling good. And guess what that is? Tick, 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 tick. Okay, I'll have to tell you. He knew that if he can create something that keeps the blood clean, purified, detoxified, uh, your immune system's in the bloodstream, guess what? If you keep your blood clean, you will function way better. And to better use an analogy for you, if you had a car and you never changed the oil, guess what's going to happen? Sooner or later, it gets thick, it gets a lot of debris in it, and pretty soon your engine starts to work slower and slower, and eventually it just shuts off. Well, really, that's what's happening in the world today we're living in. People don't realize that the foods we eat, the air we breathe, the water we're drinking, all the preservatives, it just goes on and on and on. And eventually it causes malfunctioning of the blood. It makes it too thick, and all kinds of havoc starts. And the sad thing is if you don't take care of it in time, it can literally shut you down. All right, the pine box. I'll just put it bluntly. That can happen, but we don't want that to happen prematurely. Of course, we all will face that one day. But why go down miserable? Why suffer and and make your life miserable? A lot of people do, and how sad that is. Even people I've shared JC Tonic with, uh, they didn't want to try it, and I had to see many of my relatives suffer through some really serious illnesses. So again, JC Tonic cures nothing, but you clean up that bloodstream, and let me tell you, your body has the power to cure itself. And that's what Carl Urach understood. He understood that, folks. And guess what? This product's been on the market for over almost going to 80 years. Oh, that's a long time. Why can this formulation last so long? Because it works. That's why I've been taking it for over 20 years. And tonight, I want to interview Trish, who lives in Colorado, and she's a longtime user. And it's funny because if you've been on as long as we have, sometimes you have to really think about, okay, what did it do? But why are we still drinking it? Because we want good health. So I'm going to call on Trish, and she's going to just tell you a brief overview of her story and why she loves to share it with others. So, Trish, are you there?
Hi, this is Patricia Sandoval, and I've been on the tonic for 20 plus years. I was introduced by my mom, and I've had great experiences with the tonic. I do use it a lot topically for pain, I've used it for when I dropped an oxygen tank on my foot, and it was so painful I couldn't handle it. So I sprayed tonic on my foot, and amazingly, it took a lot of the pain away.
Wow.
And also, I use it on cuts, burns, and sore muscles. And it's helped me with a lot of other things. For example, when I was having hot flashes, it helped me to control that. And I really didn't experience a lot with that, so I was very happy about that. And also, I give it to my turtle. I put it in his water, and I spray it on him, and I also spray it in his eyes.
A turtle? Wow.
And it gives him energy as well as me. It gives me a lot of energy. If without it, I don't think I can function as well as I do. I also share it with some of my family members, and they've also have had good examples or experiences with the tonic. My nephew has really bad sinuses, and it does help him with that. Also, it helps him to build his immune. When he first started school in kindergarten, he used to get sick all the time, and he would come home sick from all the other kids. Well, he built his immune with the tonic, and he hasn't really gotten sick very much. So that's been a good thing. And also, my sister's starting to take it right now. She's on dialysis for kidneys, and she's liking to take it, and she has noticed that it has helped her many different ways as well. It's helped her to get some energy. Also, it's helped her with her diabetes. I believe that has helped her to control some of her sugars. And as well, me too, that way. And I've got lots of other success stories that I don't want to go over. But thank you, and we'll maybe do another testimonial another time. Thank you.
Thank you, Trish. Wonderful, wonderful. That's what I say, folks. After 20 years, you do kind of forget some of the major things, but she mentioned some that is very serious for people. Diabetes is big. And how many people do you know that suffers with diabetes or their sugar levels are really off? Share the JC Tonic stories with them, and let them tell you no or yay or nay or whatever. But give them the opportunity, because I remember when Trish phoned me and we talked about her sister, Cherry, and boy, she had a lot of questions. And that's okay. I mean, because we're all skeptical, especially when we hear about something new. It's just human nature to ask a lot of questions. But don't make it difficult. Just play the sound bites that the company has, and all you have to do is go to blood sugar, and you click on that, and you'd be surprised. It'll give you different consumers who have that problem, and they'll give their story. So I don't get into a lot of details, to be honest with you, but I do let them hear these sound bites. In fact, you can go and get the app, and it's the cloud, the voice cloud, and you can load that on your telephone, and you can go into the company website, and you can load up many of the success stories. And I use that because sometimes people don't want to hear my story, but they want to hear something similar to what they're facing, and they're there. Remember, this product's been on the market, man, for all those years, and there's just thousands of good stories. You know, I think of this wonderful elixir that Carl created, and he knew that if you could keep your body in good tip-top shape by keeping the blood clean, a lot of good things are going to happen to you. So it doesn't just affect certain issues that you may be facing, because everybody's different. Let's face it. Even if we had the same illness, because our bodies are so different, who's to say would it, what's going to help you help another? But the beauty of the tonic is that it works on blood. So how many of you have blood? Don't laugh right now. You're probably saying, oh, come on, Letty. All humans and a turtle or whatever animal you have has blood running through it, right? I mean, I'm just being honest. Well, Carl knew that the bloodstream has the answer. So when your blood is clean, you'll be like Trish. You'll have all kinds of good stories. And many things will happen to you that are positive because your body has the chance to fight back. And don't you want that for yourselves or your family members? I love it that she shares it with her family. Look at her nephew. I mean, how many people do you know right now are worried about their immune systems? The virus that's going around. It's kind of a pandemic. And I don't know about you, but the shots talk about, building up your immune system. Well, guess what? JC Tonic keeps your blood clean, gets that immune system working properly. So that's what it's all about. If you want to fight illness, build up your immune system, clean your blood out. And that's where the magic's at. So this wonderful elixir that's in my hand right now, I'm excited about it still to this day. In fact, I have people that I've been talking to about it because I care. And many of them have rejected, the tonic. But sooner or later, I do get the call and I do get the questions, and I'm happy to answer them all. And that is, can JC Tonic help me? And I can say emphatically, yes, because you have blood. So that's the secret of JC Tonic. That's the magic of it, is it works with the blood. And that's what Carl knew so long ago. You see, he didn't create this because he wanted to find something that helped with problems and illness and health effects. That wasn't his idea of creating this. He wanted to just function better because he was into bike riding, mountain climbing, running. I mean, and he saw that even as a young person, he ran out of energy at one time. And he says, I got to do something about this. So he started working with different herbs and plants, and he did studies. And he was actually a brilliant man, because this is not the only invention that he created. He has many, many inventions. In fact, you'll have to ask the Tonic Man about that, because he came up with so many useful household things that people need back then and still today. His inventions have helped people throughout the world. So this elixir that he called it, preparation, was for himself. And what happened is, because he's a caring man, and one of his colleagues in college was ready to quit the studies, leave the school. And he said, why? What's going on? Oh, I don't have the energy and the stamina. I just can't take it. I can't do this. And he goes, well, drink my preparation. Of course, was like, what are you talking about? Well, his colleague did so and came back and gave Carl the results. And it was, I have energy. I'm staying. So that was the whole idea of this. The conception of this wonderful formulation is because he wanted to keep his energy level going. But he knew that it was connected with the blood. And voila, it helped with many, many issues that we have today, folks. Right now, can you think of anybody that you know that is suffering with some health issue or lack of energy or is ready to quit their job because they can't do it anymore, or they think, oh, because I'm old now, I don't have the stamina I used to have. Well, let me tell you, a lot of that is baloney. Because if your blood is clean and your body's running at tip shape, guess what? You can function. And I'm not going to call her on tonight, but we'll have her on again because she's one of our longtime users, Ruthie from Florida. She's dynamic. I believe she's 82. Uh, she can run circles around me, but that's why I got to take an extra ounce just to keep up with her. But you see what I'm saying? You don't have to get old and suffer. And if you start drinking this at a younger age, like Trisha's nephew, like the tonic man who's been drinking it since he was 11 years old, who is now 83 years old, and you would never know that he's an older person. It's because of the tonic that his dad created so long ago. That's why he has the tremendous energy. And you know what? I really appreciate the tonic man. You know why? Because he kept his father's invention alive. He wanted people to have this. So he continued the legacy for his father. And eventually his kids will do the same. It's that good. It's that good. And you know what I really like about it? It's not costly. I know so many people, including myself years ago, who were, I was popping all kinds of pills and nutritional products. And I was spending a lot of money. And I thought I was getting away cheap because I would buy some vitamins for $10 and something for $20. And, you know, and I was at the health store and I'd go, oh, this is pretty cheap. Well, folks, if you add all those products up, you will realize you're spending hundreds of dollars a month to try to keep your body in tip-top shape. Whereas nowadays, I only drink this preparation. Yeah, I might do a little bit of vitamins if I'm not eating that good, but I don't get carried away. I'm not in the health store buying the D, C, E, F, G. You know, it just goes on and on. Because if your blood's clean, guess what? Better health. So it actually saves you a lot of money. And I just drink an ounce or two a day. And I've been doing that for over 20 years, folks. And I'm in tip-top shape. But if you knew me before this elixir, I was a very ill man in my 30s, 20s. I could go back into my teenage years. And let me tell you, I was not a healthy person. I was miserable. I was always at the doctor's. They told me I had this. I had allergies. I had poor eyesight. I had skin problems. I was weak and tired as a young person. And I felt like a lab rat because I went through so many specialists over the years. It was really costly. Because those doctor bills, I don't know about you, but my insurance only covered a certain percentage, and I had to come up with the rest. And even though you think, oh, I got insurance, well, you're still paying out of your pocket, and you're paying for the premium. So think of the JC Tonic as a maintenance too. So if you're new to hearing about this wonderful formulation Carl created, just try it. I'll never forget the woman. Her name was Joan Schick. And let me tell you, I gave her a really hard time, but she said the magic words, what if it works? And that was logical. I thought, wow, okay, I tried everything else. I've been to the specialist. I tried all the health products. I got a whole cupboard full, and I'm broke. I said, what is, one more? Well, I mean, I'll give it a shot because she said those magic words. What if it works? So if you're new to the call, all I can tell you is, what if it works? Give it a shot. And don't just drink it for a week. Please. Please. Your body got ill over time. It didn't just happen one day, because some people say, oh, I've never been sick in my whole life, and now I got this problem. I said, that took years to develop. And probably because your blood got dirty. It got clogged up. It's getting clogged in the arteries. It's not flowing through your body right. So it's breaking down your organs. See, people don't realize that. So to get your body in tip-top shape, it takes time. And if you drink this elixir every day and you look at it as, this is part of my groceries, that's how I look at it. I say, wow. And that's what Trish does. I've talked to her many times. And she goes, I go, how do you do it? She goes, Lenny, I treat this as food. I need it. I need it. So she never stopped. And I don't stop either. I do it as a maintenance now because I feel like I'm in tip-top shape. I just turned 60 in April. I have full of energy. I feel good. No, I'm not Superman. I know the Tonic Man said last week on the call, Superman, but he feels like it. He feels like it because of this elixir. So just try it. And if you've been drinking the tonic for any time, keep doing it as a maintenance. You see, this is not like you drink for a month and bam, you'll never need it again. That's false. I don't want to lie to you. I'm being honest. The analogy is, if you feel that, oh, I got enough food for the day, I got plenty of energy, I don't never eat again, you know that's not true. The human body needs food on a daily basis. Well, that's how I look at JC Tonic here. I want this because I want better health. I want to have good health. I don't want to go in the pine box miserable. I want to live my life as best I can and as full as I can. And I'll never forget Carl. You know, the family was shocked when he did pass away because he didn't show any signs. Even though he got older, he didn't complain about all kinds of problems, and he didn't have to be on dialysis and take all kinds of medication. Just one day, he told the family, I'm not going to be around tomorrow. And they laughed at him. They laughed at him because they thought, oh, Dad, come on. He's been swimming, bike riding, he's active. They thought he was nuts. But one day, his body just stopped working. And it's beautiful because none of us want to die. Okay, I'm not trying to be a smart aleck, but it's going to happen. I mean, that's the world we live in right now. We die, but don't do it miserably. Please, I beg you guys to consider that. You know, I'm not telling you that you'll never get sick or illness, but you won't go down miserable. You won't go down like that. So drink your wonderful preparation that Carl talked about on a daily basis, and you'll have a better life. So don't keep it to yourself. Share it with others. You know, I call it save a life. That's what I love what the company's slogan is. They say save a life. And I had to really think about that because, you know, a lot of companies, they come up with these catchy phrases and stuff like that. And it has nothing to do with their products, right? Wow, when I think about the tonic and I think about that phrase, I'm like, wow, it saved me from being miserable. I believe it saved me from dying at an early age in my 30s because the doctors told me that there was nothing they could do for me. I was totally shutting down. My immune system was attacking itself. And I'll never forget what the doctor told me. I was 23 when it first started. But he said, Lenny, your immune system is attacking itself. We have no name for that, and we have no cure for that. We don't even know. This is like a new thing that's going on. and they didn't give me much time. So when I hit around 37, I thought it was over for me. And here I am, 60 years old, living life, and I owe it to this wonderful formulation. And that's why I'm on the call tonight. I didn't mind filling in for the Tonic Man because I owed him a lot, him and his father, for keeping this formula alive so that people throughout the world can have better health. So I want to thank you, Trish. I hope your turtle continues on. I've heard a lot of stories about pets. If you have pets and you love your pets, if it's birds, fish, I don't care what it is, get a little eyedropper bottle. That's what I do, that still. And I fill it up with JC Tonic. And sometimes I put it in my eyes. Sometimes I'll put it topically, like Trish said. Sometimes I'll put it in the dog's water. And let me tell you, the pets get healthy with this too because they have blood. You got to keep their blood clean too, right? Well, give them a little tonic in their water and you watch. You'll have a healthy pet. You won't be spending thousands of dollars at the vet. Man, that's ridiculous. I think the vet's just as expensive as the human doctors, right? I mean, it's outrageous what they're charging nowadays. So if you want your pet to stay healthy, just give them a little bit of tonic and put it in that dropper bottle. I do it all the time. And a couple of weeks ago, I heard from Kathy. She gave her story how she puts it topically as astringent on her face. And she got great results. So try it. I've been doing it ever since she said that. I thought I heard it all, but I was like, I want to try that. I want to still look good. But to make it easy for you, too, the Tonic Man's father also came up with a wonderful anti-aging skin rejuvenator. After his mom's name, it's Helena. He created this wonderful skin product for his wife. She got great results, and people were asking about it, just like people asked about this tonic. They wanted to know why Helena was looking so good. And she said, well, Carl made me this wonderful skin rejuvenator. And it's still around today, folks. So what a wonderful combination that is. JC Tonic helps the inside, gets the blood clean, and then Helena, the anti-aging skin rejuvenator, does the outside. So there you go. You might as well look good and feel good. So thank you so much for joining us. The Tonic Man will be back. He just wanted me to fill in for him tonight, and I am so honored that all of you have joined us on the call. There's many of you who've been drinking it for a long time. Many of you are bringing new ones on so they can hear and get a chance. So as we say around here, take an ounce and fill the bounds. Good night, everybody. I love you. We'll see you next week. Have a great, great evening, and share the tonic, please. All right. Good night.
Urac Classic Whole Body Tonic is a dietary supplement, not a drug. Therefore, it is useful to affect the structure and/or function of your body in various ways, but it is not intended to and will not cure, mitigate, treat, or prevent any disease. Individual testimonials may not be everyone's experience and do not constitute scientific evidence. Urac Corporation does not make any drug or treatment claims for its product.